I'm sure some of y'all are gonna pop on, but I just washed my hair and I conditioned it. Today I finger detangled it, but can I see the chat? Top chat, live chat, all messages are visible. This is my first time going live from my phone, so this will be really cool. I figure maybe we'll have some people hop on here and I can do a live wash and go, maybe take my time and make it a little bit more defined. I don't know, we'll see. Hi, oh, Trina! Trina, I was just saying I've already washed my hair. I conditioned it. I finger detangled today. And I'm going to do a wash and go. I'm going to take more time and make it a little bit more defined maybe than I usually do while we like talk today. But so much has been going on. Hey, Sydney. Oh my gosh, I have to make sure I keep up with, okay, cool. I can have them pop up right there. This is my first time going live on my phone. I'm live from my bathroom, from my shower. But I wanted to kind of do some girl chat today while I was doing my wash and go. It's night where I'm at. It's nighttime here too. It's like, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I don't know what time it is actually. But I wanted to do girl chat. A lot's been happening between like things like the Derrick Jackson situation, Kevin Samuels. So much like heat and attention have been on like black women and black couples and black love. And people are even talking about Derrick Jackson's wife's hair and what that means and if she's really okay. So I also kind of want to get into how your hair can kind of, you know, give some clues into how you're doing mental health wise. I know mine does. I don't know about y'all. So, hey Claudia. Hey y'all. I'm doing well. So yes. First, I'm going to turn this water on real quick because I need to, when you're doing a wash and go, you need to start with really drenched hair. So I'm going to turn this on. It's not going to be on the whole time, but I'm going to turn it on right now. I'll probably kind of just like let it sprinkle so I'm not wasting water. But I've always wanted to try going live in the shower, so this will be really interesting. First, I want to ask y'all, has anyone seen that Derrick Jackson video or heard of that Derrick Jackson situation? Because I really want to know y'all's thoughts on it. Something that I wanted to talk about specifically is his wife. And people have been commenting on her hair. So if you, oops, righty tighty, I'm going the wrong way. So if you see the video, girl, you've been following it? What are your thoughts? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is one, this will be cool, I guess, if I need to re-wet my hair. I did a wash and go and there's more frizz than definition. Okay, well, we'll talk about today a little bit about, I'm getting water all on my phone, about how to make it more definition than frizz. It may take some tries, and depending on what's going on with your hair, it may take some time and some practice. I'm just now kind of starting to get to the point where my hair has recovered from all of the stuff that I did to it before. And so your hair honestly might just be the same way. It might be that, you know, a lot of stuff was going on with it and it's going to take some time for it to kind of recover and get better. But also we can talk about technique and how to get your hair more defined. It takes a little bit more time than my wash and fro, where I kind of end up with bigger hair as opposed to defined hair. But for some people, it's worth it. So I'll talk about that today. Okay, let's see. Comments. Can I see them? Yes. Okay, cool. So anyways, what I was saying about what I'm doing right now, y'all, I'm just sectioning my hair. I like to work with my hair in sections when I'm doing this. So I'm sectioning it into 4 sections, both in the front and the back. Yes, so people have been dogging his wife out for how she looked for many reasons. And I don't think that she deserves that. First of all, she already been through a lot. a lot of things. I haven't really noticed her hair specifically, but I think attacking her appearance was ridiculous. It's making y'all's comments go away. I think attacking her appearance was ridiculous. However, based on the newest allegations from the third mistress, I don't think she's okay. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, first of all of this is their business, but the reality is when you put yourself out there, I don't think she's okay. I think she's been abused and manipulated. I could see that and why people would think that. I'm not going to speak too much for that because I'm not in their relationship for sure. But I could definitely see how that could be the case. Hi! And it just kind of sucks. So the thing is that when it's really none of our business. If y'all ever seen that one guy, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. It's none of our business except for the fact that he's a public figure, and so he's kind of made his business our business, and he talks about relationships. Like, that is his platform. Women are always putting other women down when we should be lifting each other up. Exactly. I agree with that. And I don't believe that people should have been putting her down at all. What I am concerned about is, like, if she's okay, because I know she's saying she's okay. But one thing that I understand and that I've learned is that really our appearance is more than what people would like to think it is. I'm sure y'all have all had days when, like, you're feeling really icky. I'm about to re-wet my hair, y'all, because again, to start this wash and go, you want your hair to be drenching wet when you're doing a wash and go, like drenching wet, because that's when your hair is in its most defined state. But can y'all hear me over this? I definitely agree with that. I seen the video the other day and she seemed a little off. Yeah. So I feel like have you ever heard someone say, like, oh, if my space is ever a mess, then you need to, like, check on me and see how I'm doing, because, like, if my room's messy, then that means, okay, good. If my room's messy, then that means I'm not doing too good. And I feel like for a lot of women, it's like, okay, if my hair's not done, if my nails aren't done, like, yeah, something probably is going on with me, so, like, check in on me, okay? Like, anytime you've gotten your hair done, especially after it hasn't been done for a long time, it's just like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. Like, I'm popping, I'm fly, my hair is done, life is great. Like, everything in life feels better when you have yourself put together. Like, it's literally a form of self-care to take care of your appearance. And people were saying it was staged for more book sales, but I didn't care about that. I just find it hard to believe that people are doing all that for book sales. Like, and if they are, like, I'm gonna just pray for them. I hope that's not the case. But because that's a lot. That's too much turmoil for some book sales, in my opinion. You know, take my opinion for what it's worth, but in my opinion, it's too much turmoil for some book sales. And so I'm trying a new product today, y'all. I've never tried this curling custard. I haven't tried it, at least not recently, since I've been doing this new method. So nothing that I tried before it counts. Let's see. And what else? And then on top of it, for my second gel, because I double gel my hair, I'm doing I Create Volume by Innocence. Oh, is it? She said, OMG, that stuff is bomb. I'm excited to try it. Man has been cheating for years. That ain't for publicity. Ugh, sheesh. Someone said yes. Trinaja. Can you type for me how to pronounce your name? Because I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name right. She said, yes, I just feel like women should feel more confident regardless of what state they're in, though. All women should uplift each other. I agree. But if a certain female, I say women, I don't usually say female, if a certain, girl, you just did the spelling, but that doesn't, is it, I'm thinking, Oh, thank you. Trinasia. That was kind of just like the spelling of your name in a way, but in a different way. If I'm saying it wrong, try to break it down a different way so I can say it right. I really want to say your name correctly. I like saying people's names correctly. But if it's like if a certain woman doesn't meet beauty standards, women disown them. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't all up in all of the comments, but for me, it wasn't about beauty standards. It was about the fact that she wasn't like together. She didn't have herself together. Like it looked like she just didn't care and she didn't try. And I don't think that's what she usually looks like. During the pandemic, there is not one woman that can say they were put together every day, even in front of a camera. So it upset me that they were talking about her. That's true. I think, I'm wondering though, for something like that, that's like a big announcement. It was almost like a press release. Like it wasn't just your average, I'm chilling in front of the camera. Like it was kind of a big thing. And so I think people would have expected that she put herself together a little bit more. But that's a really great point that, I mean, it's in the middle of a pandemic and people are really not putting themselves together like that a lot of the time, even in front of a camera. So I get that. That makes sense. I still do feel like, even outside of this situation, okay, so y'all, I have the product on my hair right now, my first product that I'm using. What you really want to do is you want to take it, put it in your hands, rub it together, and then start at the ends. And then with each application, I've already done a few applications. The first application, the ends, the second, that's actually annoying. The first application, do the ends. With the second application, go up a little higher. And then with the third application, get into those roots. And that's how you get it smooth, kind of from roots to tips. And then you want to take your hair and like claw it and kind of have some tension. So what you're doing here is you're smoothing your hair and you're also raking it through with your fingers. And that's gonna help those curls come out and pop more as you're smoothing and you're raking. Yes, girl, you better with the vocabulary. You do emulsify it. That's what you do when you're rubbing your hands together. That's emulsifying. Trina, girl, you be on it. On it. Hey, Tiffany. You said it right the first time. Dang, now I done forgot how I said it. Did I say Trinasia or Trinasia? I think I said Trinasia. Because you always say it when you're doing it. Yep, girl, emulsify. And so through this process, again, you want to continue adding water. So I'm about to add my second product. There's just a little water dripping here. People have talked about like, save water, you're wasting so much water. And I get it. So anyways, smooth, smooth, smooth. And then I'm going to go in with my Inner Sense. This is I Create Volume. I want to get I Create Hold. I heard that the hold on that is crazy. And for this, literally, I use a very little bit because a little bit of this goes a long way. It's a very concentrated product. Do y'all feel like, okay, someone said that during the pandemic, women are in front of the time in front of the camera, you know, in everyday life in general, not looking their best, you know, looking different kind of ways. Do you think that is partially though because like people just kind of, y'all see how the curls are starting to come through? They're coming through there. I'm still working on my technique, so mine's not going to be perfect. It's just not. But it's a whole lot better than what it used to be. But do you feel like part of the reason that people are so comfortable getting in front of cameras and things, not looking put together is because of, like, because we're in a pandemic and because people don't care anymore. Because I feel like a lot of people have been feeling really icky during the pandemic, and that's part of the reason they don't put themselves together. And I often will see people put themselves together to feel better, myself included. I'll be like, I feel like looking cute today, so I'm gonna dress up. And that's just part of it, right? That's not everything. If you're not addressing other areas of your life and of your mental, spiritual, physical health and things. So I'm just sectioning off another piece of hair. Again, I don't usually do this, so I'm doing my wash and fro, which is what I do most of the week. I'm gonna start calling it that. Who was it? Was it Samantha that told me wash and fro? I gotta go back and check and see who told me wash and fro as opposed to wash and go, because I want to shout her out. But yeah, I feel like I put myself together when I want to feel a little better about life in general. The definition. I'm gonna put this right up here. So for this next section, again, I'm going to drench it, super wet, dripping, stopping. I'm gonna go in with my first gel. Like Trina said, I'm going to emulsify it. And I'm going to add it in here. I know you mentioned this before, but can you give 3 hair growth tips, like, really quickly? Yes, Tiffany, I can. 3 hair growth tips. So first I'm going to start off by saying, right, in general, there's a few things that determine hair growth. One of them is genetics, okay? As much as we maybe don't like to hear that, one of them is genetics. But that doesn't mean that you can't grow long hair. I'll just say that. That doesn't mean you can't grow long hair. So when it comes to hair growth, generally your hair is going to grow. That's just what hair does. It grows anywhere from, like, can grow like ½ inch to 1 inch a month. So you can kind of expect that of your hair growth. The trick is retaining the length that you get. So as your hair is growing from the scalp, which really the main thing you can do to help the actual growth of your hair is eat healthy, work out, scalp massages and things like that do help because it gets the blood circulating to your scalp. That's why things like cardio is also really great for hair growth because it gets the blood circulating through your scalp. So essentially you want healthy hair foods, healthy foods in general, and healthy hair foods, because then those nutrients are going to get into your bloodstream, and then you want to get your blood pumping to your scalp, because then the nutrients that you put in your body and that go into your bloodstream are going to go into your scalp, and they're going to nourish your hair follicles, basically. It's going to nourish your hair. And so as your hair is growing, it's going to be strong, healthy hair that got all of the nutrients that it needed to flourish. So that's really, for real, how the growth happens. Now, the way that you see length and you maintain that length that you got from when your hair grew, I'm moving on to my second product now. But the way that you see length and maintain the length after your hair has grown is by retaining the length at the end. So your hair grows from the scalp, right? And then you want to make sure that your ends, the oldest part of your hair, are healthy so you don't have to keep cutting them off and missing out on seeing the length. So with that, you want to make sure that you're being gentle with your hair. You want to make sure that you're keeping your hair hydrated with water, and that water is always able to get to it. You want to, again, rehydrate your hair, which means wash it, condition it, style it once every 7 to 10 days if you're like really serious about your hair growth. If you're really serious about your hair growth. And yeah, so you want to sleep with things like a satin pillowcase or a satin bonnet on your hair so that your hair is not getting dried out and breaking. And you want to, I think I wrapped this next section of hair up around here. I Bantu knotted it in with the rest. There we go, there it is. And you want to be gentle with it when you're detangling. That can mean finger detangling. That can mean that you, this is the detangling brush that I use. It's just be gentle when you're using your detangling tool. Clothes is a big one that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. When your hair is down, you want to be cognizant of what it's rubbing against, if it's long enough to rub against your clothes. Because something like a sweater in wintertime is really not good for your hair. If I'm at home, then I have some type of satin wrapped around my hair and my hair is usually up in like a loose pineapple because I don't want it rubbing up against a couch or a chair or up against a pillow if I decide to, you know, rest on a pillow that day or whatever. I want to make sure that my hair is as protected as possible because every time you touch your hair, it's some type of wear and tear on it. It's just the truth. That's just the facts. That's just what happens. That's normal and that's okay. There's different varying degrees of wear and tear. So you know, sleeping on a pillowcase is not as damaging to your hair as you using a flat iron, but both of them do cause some type of friction and damage to your hair, even in like super, super slight ways. And so the amount to which you damage your hair determines if that strand of hair or if this portion, say this portion, right? If you straighten your hair all the time, then this portion of your hair is probably only going to last, you know, a month or two before you need to chop it off. But if you take care of it and you hydrate it and you sleep with satin pillowcases or whatever, then this portion of your hair is going to last for years. Okay? And so then you're going to see length. Does that make sense? Or at least it's going to last for months and months and months longer than it takes, you know, for you to grow out some extra hair. So you want your growth to be faster than you losing hair. And that's how you're going to see length ultimately. I hope was that helpful? Do you have any other questions about that or anything else really? Let's see. I've been trying to put myself together as much as possible, even though it's hard and I don't leave the house. Yes, me too. I feel that. Honestly, y'all help me with that because I try to get cute for y'all for YouTube to some degree. Otherwise, honestly, and then sometimes like I go on dates with my mom on Wednesdays. Sometimes I look cute for that. Yesterday we was chilling. I ain't really feeling like doing that yesterday. But yesterday we were chilling. We had a good time. We had fun. And so I'll put myself together for that. Sometimes, though, I think it's great just to put yourself together for yourself. Rake, noodle. Look at those curls. You'll see the definition coming in there. Okay, let me see if anyone else said anything. Thank you, Gina. Definitely feel like there's less motivation to look nice because we're at home. However, I definitely feel like there are days I need to dress up to lift my mood during those times. Yes, me too. I feel like it helps. I just honestly feel like it helps. Because like, y'all, sometimes, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Okay, this is girl chat. Let's see, Trina said, I tried finger detangling last wash day and there was a little, and if there was a little, hold up. Oh, come back. So many things. Cancel. Okay, good. Oh, there was a little bit of shed hair. And you were frightened. There was a little bit of shed. I think I read that wrong, Trina. Dang, what was I talking about? Oh, yes. Okay, so sometimes, y'all, so I really like to dance, but like by myself in my living room. And I have like mood lighting up in there. Like I really like it. And I will literally get dressed up and I will literally get cute just to go and dance by myself in my living room. Like, I've started doing that during the pandemic. Y'all, it's so freeing and healing. Like, I just love it. I love to just like feel cute, feel sexy, feel beautiful, feel whatever it is that I feel like feeling at that moment, with knowing that nobody's watching me. It's just me and like just like dancing in my living room. And I have like a big mirror on the wall in the living room, so I like look at myself dance too. It's just a whole vibe and a whole experience for me, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm not gonna lie. Call me conceited if you want. I don't know if it is. I just told y'all one of my secrets, but I enjoy it. I feel like it really helps me with just like my feminine energy and my confidence. I feel like it helps me a lot with my confidence. So if you're working on your confidence, a tip that I have is dance in the mirror, girl. Put on a song. And it don't have to look cute. Sometimes I am spastically dancing in the mirror. Like a weirdo, okay? Like a really weird weirdo. But that's okay, because that's what I feel like doing in that moment, and that's who I am. And even the spastic weirdo is someone that's worthy of love. And I get a chance to like see that and affirm that and remind myself of that when I'm like dancing in the mirror or doing whatever it is that I want to do. Layla dances with me, my little dog, my fur baby. She likes to dance too. It's so cute. It's adorable. Let me see, someone said something. Isn't the gel all on your back? Some of it probably is. I'll rinse it off at the end. Isn't the gel all on your back? But it's okay. That's why I do it in the shower personally. I understand that. I actually feel like my hair comes out more when I finger detangle than when I use my shampoo comb. Oh, that's what you were saying, Trina, that your hair sheds more when you are finger detangling? And I think that's why I like literally do whatever works best for you. I think what's important and what I really, it's hard sometimes because, you know, oftentimes I'm showing y'all different things on my hair. But what I really, really hope that people get from my channel is that I really want everyone to think for themselves and to learn your own hair. Like, stop just paying attention to what other people are saying. I think you can use that as a guide, but the thing is, even as a guide, again, rake, 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 smooth and rake. That's how you're gonna get that definition that you're wanting. And then of course, water and good product. But I think that a lot of times we're looking at other people and we're wanting to be them. I want their hair, I wish I had their skin, I wish I had their life or whatever. And I really want people to come to my channel and just understand that like whoever they are, whatever they have, it's beautiful and it's great and it's okay. Like it's more than okay. It's awesome, it's amazing, it's phenomenal, it's beautiful. And I think the more that we start like really understanding that, the more that we realize, you know, my hair is not going to be just like this other YouTuber's hair or this Instagram, hair or whatever. And we just start being like, okay, cool. What is my hair like? What does my hair do? You know, cool. How do I keep my hair healthy? Not how do I try to make it look like someone else? Because I feel like that's why a lot of people are doing so many unhealthy things to their hair, is because they want their hair to look like something it's not. They want their hair to be somebody else's hair, essentially, and it's not. And so they're trying to make their hair be someone else's hair. And by doing so, they're doing unhealthy practices. And they think someone else's hair is the standard of what is healthy hair. And that's not true. Healthy hair takes all kinds of different forms, and your healthy hair might look different than someone else's healthy hair, which might look different from my healthy hair. And so I just want to help spread healthy hair practices and more self-love and more self-awareness. And self-awareness can include like understanding what truly works from your hair, like breaking away from what companies and, you know, people who maybe mean well have told us that really doesn't apply and really isn't good for us or our hair. Breaking away from that and figuring out and learning about like, okay, what actually works and what actually makes sense. And also, what actually works for my lifestyle. Oh, you probably said the gel's all on my back because my hair is down there. I think that comes with it. For me, that comes with the territory. Let me see. If y'all have any other questions, feel free. Feel free to ask all the questions that you want to. I'm going to be on here until my hair is finished. Let's see. Oh, more when you're using combs and brushes. Yep. Sometimes it may, depending on, Trina, what combs and brushes are you using? That's a good idea, LOL. I need to have a date night, dinner and dancing with myself. Yes, Danielle, do it. Do it. Oh my gosh, do it and tell us about it. Shimi says that she sings in the, hold up. She sings in the mirror knowing I can't hold a tune. It's okay though, because you can do that. You can do it and you can have fun and it can feel good and like nobody has to be there. Or if they are there, then like they're blessed to be able to witness that level of self-love, honestly, like, hello. So I love that. Yes, like take yourself on dates, make yourself, like one day I literally made myself like this really nice dinner. It took me like 5 hours to make that dinner and it was for me and only me, okay? And I sat and I enjoyed it and it was delicious. It was a 3-course meal. I had an appetizer, I had a main portion, I had a dessert. Oh, it was so good. And I'm vegan, I made it all from scratch. And the way that I look at it, so I'm single, right? I'm single, open to dating. And the way that I look at it is, and what I learned after being in my last relationship is, if I want to make sure, like I want to do things for myself. I want to be used to doing things for myself, like spoiling myself, doing things for myself, because when I get into a relationship, I want to be accustomed to the kind of treatment that I desire to have from someone else. Like, if you don't treat yourself that way, how are you expecting someone else to treat you that way? So I'll take myself to a nice dinner. I will literally sit in a restaurant by myself and eat a nice dinner. Or I will literally make myself a meal and eat it. I will literally splurge on myself and get myself a gift. Like, I will do things like that for myself that I would want other people to do for me. Because, you know, I didn't so much have a dad around consistently that showed me what that looked like and showed me what that felt like. So I'm showing myself. And I also really appreciate my mom, because even like on me and hers, on our date nights, on our date days really at this point, on Wednesdays, I feel like she's also like just showers me with so much love and stuff during our dates. And I really appreciate that, because I've really been having to learn what it feels like to be loved the way that I want to be loved, and just learning how do I want to be loved? What makes me feel loved? What makes me feel special? And so I make myself feel that way. I make myself feel that way, and hopefully, you know, whoever it is that I end up being with as well, they also make themselves feel that way. And then we can both pour into ourselves until I can pour into myself until I'm overflowing into him. And he can pour into himself until he is overflowing into me. And then it's just a constant overflow from both sides because we both understand how to make ourselves happy, and we both have joy, we both have peace, we both have so much love, and then it just overflows into the other person. And so I be spoiling myself, y'all. So yes, girl, make yourself some dinner. Let's see. I don't like when content creators make videos with titles like "My hair grew 1 inch overnight" or "in 5 minutes," because I know that's not true. I feel you, girl. Real clickbaity and not at all true. But you know, people do what they gotta do, or they feel like they gotta do. I ain't about to be doing it. I realize now I can finger detangle, but other days I need a comb. Yeah, and then another day I need a brush. And then, hold up, I gotta click back into the comment. It doesn't leave the comments up permanently when I'm on my phone. I don't know if there's a way for me to make them stay. Then another day I need a brush, and since days I need all three. Oh, some days I need all three. Yep, I agree. It depends on the state of your hair beforehand. So like, just like, you know, most days when I actually have washed my hair within the last, 7 days, most times I'm not going to need, or no one's really going to need a pre-poo unless your hair's really dry. But then, maybe you wait a little bit too long, and then you actually do need a pre-poo with the conditioner. And that's going to be a different scenario that day, or your hair's extra tangled. So maybe you need to do some light finger detangling, and then you need to go in with your detangling tool. So I think that's a really great point, May. Do you go by May? Both Mays? May? I think that's a really great point. Because again, you have to learn your hair and what it needs, because it's not going to need the exact same thing all the time. It's just not. So like, get used to, okay, how does my hair feel? Does it feel like it's getting wet right now? Does it feel like soft like it usually does? Does it feel like it has buildup on it? Is it time for me to clarify my hair? Like literally start like just paying attention. Like, for example, my mom, her taste buds are out of this world, okay? Her taste buds and her smell. And when she tastes food or she smells food, like she tastes it on the sides of her tongue, in the front, in the back, like, oh, do you feel that heat? It hit the back of my tongue. And then I'm just like, girl, no, I don't know what you're talking about. But then I stop and I really pay attention to what it is that she's talking about, and I notice it. I didn't notice it before she brought my attention to it because I was just eating the food. But she really tastes the food. She really pays attention to the food. She really just enjoys the food. And so she picks up on everything, the smells and the textures, if it's overcooked. Like, she picks up on everything. And it's a full experience for her. And what I want for every natural girl is for their hair to be a full experience. Like, yeah, I mean, with your hair products, you will be able to smell it. Maybe you ain't gonna be tasting it. Maybe don't taste it. But like, touch it, feel it, really like understand, like look at it. Really understand how your hair actually is. How does it look and feel when it's healthy? How does it look and feel when it's not? How does it look and feel when it's dirty, when it's dry, when it's like, how does it behave when it's when it likes the product or doesn't? Just like start paying attention to all these little things, and you will start to understand your hair better than anybody else does. And, then you can go to a stylist and have enough knowledge about your hair and how it works to be able to be like, nah, sis, this is not it. You're not a natural hairstylist for real. Not the one I'm about to be going to. Because I sure had to do that a couple of times. All these message retracted. Okay, let's see. Love yourself before you love others. Yes. Because it will create overflow. Completely unrelated and yes, it's May. Okay, cool. Completely unrelated and random question. How do you have your how do you have your camera mounted? I'm always scared mine will get wet. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I be showing y'all stuff, so I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna dry off my hands real quick before I show you. Okay, so Y'all getting the inside scoop. Okay, so you see this is my ring light, and I have this bar in the back of my shower. So I literally I just got lucky, okay? So I literally just put this ring light in the back, and it's like upside down, and then I just put my phone on there. And I have my cord hanging outside of the shower, obviously, and it's plugged into like an extension cord that's plugged into the wall outside of the bathroom, like at the vanity area. So that's how it's all kinds of tricks and tools, but it's all the wiring and stuff is away from water. My phone doesn't ever get wet. So this is what's best for me in this shower setup. And then I can still have, you know, because some people will film from outside of the shower, but here I can still have my shower curtain up. Because one time, y'all, when I was filming that 1 hour wash day, there was water everywhere, okay? That's the behind the scenes that you didn't see. There was water everywhere on the floor. And I've heard of some people saying like, oh, get an extra towel bar and then drop down the shower curtain so it's like just to right here. And it's in the, and I'm just like, you're gonna have to cut the shower curtain unless you're standing on it. And then like, I don't know, it just seemed like a lot. So for this location, the fact that this towel bar is here was a win for me. And so that's how I do it. I just put my ring light in the towel bar. The secret towel. You're welcome, Danielle. I hope that was helpful. Girl, when I first started like trying to make natural hair YouTube videos, I literally like Googled and YouTubed how to make a natural hair video, and I didn't find anything. So I might make some of those for like up and coming natural hair YouTubers. I don't know if people actually search things like that, but I did. And I was trying to figure out how people record these videos and how they edit them. It can be so much work. This is really, I'm going to let y'all know because I'm working so slow and I'm like talking to y'all. This is not going to be super defined, but it's okay because as y'all know, I don't really care about that, but it's fine. Anyways, so yeah, I'm thinking about if I'm going to do that or not. Let's see, are there any other questions that I've missed? Nope, not thus far. Cool. Oh, yes, we search things like that too. Okay, then I'm gonna create a video like that then, like how to make a natural hair video, maybe how to edit a natural hair video, things like that. At this point, I don't edit most of my own videos anymore. I have an editor who's literally amazing that I found on Upwork, and he's awesome. I got him, when did I get him? Sometime earlier this year. And I got him when I was about to do my 30-day challenge. I think maybe before I was about to do my 30-day challenge. I didn't know I was gonna do my 30-day challenge when I got him. But the reason that I got an editor isn't necessarily because I didn't have time to edit myself. I'm still struggling with my setup. I got you. And that's not to say that I've mastered my setup, but you know, a little bit of information here maybe will help you get some ideas and things. But yeah, so the reason that I got an editor is because it's not my favorite thing to do, editing videos. Like, I like it when I'm not under time constraints. I actually have a lot of fun with the creative process. But what I was noticing about myself, and this goes back to self-awareness, which is really, really important in general in life, but especially when you're doing something like running a business. What I was noticing is that I was recording a whole bunch of videos. Like, I would have like 13 videos recorded and 0 had been edited. And so I was like, clearly, there is a gap in the production here. And I need to fill it because I clearly can come up with ideas and I clearly can record the ideas, but, and I can post them. Posting is also, you know, I can post them. I have a background in like marketing and in search engine optimization, things like that. So I can do that. And I also have a background in rhetorical communications. So speaking is something that I'm also trained in. And so like a lot of things that go along with YouTube, I have studied, I've trained in some way, shape, or form, whether through a job or through my actual like college degree. But like editing, I can do it. Like, it takes so much time and energy, and it's still like what I produce. Honestly, it's just not as good as what he produces. And like it could be, but like it would take so much more time and more effort than what I was doing before. And so I was just like, I need to find somebody that can edit these videos for me, because I'm not doing this no more. And if I want to take this serious and make this a business, then I'm going to need to outsource, period. It's personally like, May, get you an editor. For real. Okay, let me tell you what I did, okay? I'm literally going to tell you what I did. So to find an editor, Dasha, are you flexible? I think yes, I'll say yes. The average person would say yes, I'm flexible. I'm about to start my front 2 sections of my hair, y'all. So what I'm going to do here, I'll move this out of the way so you can see what I'm about to do in the bed. What I'm about to do is I'm going to take my little alligator clips. And for those who are new, I'm a weirdo, so sorry. I'm actually not sorry. I take that back. I'm not sorry, but welcome. Can't afford it, sis. Okay. How much do you think it costs, May, to get an editor? Because I also thought I couldn't afford it, and I can. I can. And you don't have to have an editor edit every video, but if I'll put it this way, you don't have to tell me how much you think an editor costs. But my editor right now is less than $10 an hour right now. And it usually takes him hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe, like hour and a half usually to edit a video. And for me, and May, if you're working to build your channel, I recommend you do a 30-day challenge. So I have a friend who's a YouTuber, full-time YouTuber, and she recommended to me to do a 30-day challenge. She was like, if you do a 30-day challenge, then your channel will be monetized. And I was like, okay. And she was like, she said, wait, what? Girl, we need to talk, okay? I'll give you all the tea, literally. Anything that I know, I'm not the kind of person that keeps information in, whether it's about hair, whether it's about business. If I know it, I will tell it to you. And maybe that gets me in trouble because I don't make money that way, but I don't really care. I just want us to win. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, girl. I love having y'all on here. Yes, anything that I know, I will tell it for free. Now, until it starts, maybe I need to make videos. Would this be something helpful to make videos on? I'm going to start making like lots of different videos, and I feel like some people will be mad at me because maybe they just want to see hair, but there's so much stuff that I want to share with y'all. But when it comes to finding an editor, go on to, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, okay? Go on to Fiverr and go on to Upwork, okay? Fiverr and Upwork. And there may be some other things, I don't know, but I use Upwork currently. Just do a mixture. Okay. Trini, you my girl. I really appreciate you. I need to go back and start like and comment on other stuff, but I always see your comments on my stuff, and it always makes me smile so big. Like literally, I tell people about you like in my real life. I keep saying editor, and how I found him. So what I did is I put together like a little job posting, basically. That's what they make you do on these platforms. And I was pretty specific about what I wanted with like links and things, and to like videos that I had edited already, as well as to like other people's videos that I really liked. And you are special. And so I kind of put together a detailed brief of what it was that I was looking for, what I wanted done. I had a couple people respond, both on Fiverr and on Upwork. I had like I want to say 5 or 6 people overall. That's in my spreadsheet. Yes, I had a spreadsheet because I needed to keep track, because what I did was I had, like I told y'all, I had literally like 13 videos recorded and none edited. So I took those videos that I had recorded that I needed edited, and I sent one, and I did pay for this. On the front end, I did pay. It was not free for me to do this. I paid whatever their rates were. I just got a text message. I did pay for those, but I sent a different video because I was like, if I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna come out with different videos, okay? I can kind of still see their editing style, even if it's not, I'm not comparing the exact same video for all the editors. And so I paid them. Some people were cheaper than my current editor. Some were more expensive than my current editor. I wanted to see who was going to give me the best value, essentially. So who was going to do the best work for the best price is what I was looking for. And I didn't need it to be super, super fancy. I needed it to be clean. I needed it to be someone that I felt like I could trust to make it happen, and to be responsible, and to be creative. And just to like generally understand my vision. And also I wanted it to be someone who wants to grow, because again, I plan on growing this channel. I'm working on growing this channel actively. And so, I mean, my goal will be to be able to pay him more to the point where he's full-time. Like, that's what I want to do. Like, I literally adore him. If you're watching this, you're amazing. Because I feel like he gets what it is that I'm working to do, and he is actively, like, I mean, he's playing a very active role in helping me to do that. So anyways, I sent out videos to all these different editors, you know, paid them their rates to get them to edit my video so I could see how they edited and if they followed instructions. Like, I gave them my end screen, I gave them my opening screen, I told them what I wanted the format of the video to be. I want it to be an intro, and the intro should be this amount of seconds, and I want it to be, like, I gave them a detailed breakdown of how everything needed to go. I told them that, hey, don't edit out my personality. My personality is, I know I'm weird, I know I'm going to be doing some weird stuff. I need you to find a way to incorporate it without, like, you know, overdoing it, essentially. I need you to find a way to incorporate my weirdness, because that's who I am, and I want to be authentic. Like, I told them all of that stuff. And then, see, like, this isn't really super defined. You see how I'm still, like, puffy here, but I'm going to leave it. I'm moving on. But if you wanted, you would want it. Let me see if I can get it more defined for y'all. I need more water. More water. More water. More product. Thank you. She said, your hair is beautiful. Thank you. So yes, I sent videos out to all those different editors, had them edit it, had them send back the videos. From there, I made cuts, and I had like 2 or 3, I think it was 3 editors. Okay, you see how I put more water on it, and then I put product on it. You see how it's not as puffy as it was before? You see why water is so important? I'm gonna do a bit more water. Again, if you want your hair super defined, water is the key. Bit more water. Second product. Really getting those roots. See the difference? Water. It's really about technique. It's really not even all about the products, y'all. It's about technique. So you see the difference between how fluffy it was before, and it could get more defined than this. I'm not doing that right now. I'm really not. Anyways, so once I was done, once I did that first round of editors, I was left with like 2 or 3, I think it was 3 editors at that point, and I sent them another video. I gave them feedback on the first video that they sent me. And then I sent them another video to have them do it again with another video. So again, I paid for this. I paid their rates. I paid for this. And I made note in my spreadsheet of how much each editor's rates were. Especially do that. Make note of it because some of them will try to change their rates before you book them again. And some of them did that to me. And I was like, I'm sorry, your rate was this before. What happened? But you want to be able to compare the rates to the quality, the time that it took them, like all that kind of stuff. So I got it down to 3 people. I had them edit another video, and 2 people got cut. And now I have my editor that I have now. So that's what I did. I went through that process of finding an editor. Now I have one, and he's amazing. And I am grateful, so grateful, because he makes my life so much easier. And I can focus on other aspects of my business. Thank you, Celestine. Hi. Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, so one of my friends asked me a question the other day, and I have that question for y'all because I'm thinking of starting a kind of like a show with my mom, like a maybe even a podcast, but I would also put it on YouTube. So my mom has really talked to me a lot through the dating process. You're welcome, May. I hope it was helpful. If you have questions, seriously, let me know. My mom talks to me a lot through dating just because, like, she understands how challenging it is. is really why. And she understands that I didn't really have healthy examples of love growing up. And so I'm learning now. She also didn't have healthy examples of love growing up. And so she also had to learn. And it took her a lot longer to learn because she didn't really have anyone to learn from. And so it took her longer. So she was like, well, I don't want you to have to go through what I went through to learn. So I'm going to help you out, essentially. And she's kind of like my guide. We talk about so much stuff. And one of my friends brought up the other day, she was just kind of like, when all of this like Derrick Jackson and Kevin Samuel stuff came out, so much bashing of Black women, so much confusion around dating and marriages and things. And so she was like, well, who do Black women go to? Like, if there is a good example, because you're saying, these guys are or are not a good example. Who is a good example of someone who's giving dating advice to Black women so that we can compare and contrast? And they were just kind of like, I don't know. They had no clue. Nobody had any answers of who's giving good dating advice to Black women. So I need to start doing my hair in smaller sections like this. Usually I'm lazy and do 2 large sections. So less definition and more frizz. Yep, when you do larger sections, it is less definition and more frizz. So usually I just do my hair in 4 sections because I don't care. I like big hair. But I'm doing this today for y'all since we're having a chat. I figured I might as well chat and show y'all some things. Thought y'all might enjoy that. Thought it might be helpful as opposed to just looking at me talk. You can look at me talk and do my hair. But I'm curious to know, one, for myself and for other people, if I love Derrick Jackson. I'm sorry about that. Huh? You don't gotta be sorry, girl. He's human. I don't think we have to condemn people. I mean, what he did was not great, but his wife done forgave him, so what I'm gonna hold a grudge for? I'm curious to know, like, who do y'all go to for dating advice? If anybody, like, do you feel like you're having to figure it out on your own? Like, how do you learn about what dating and love and marriage is supposed to look like? Is there a resource that you use? Is it someone in your family? Asking for a friend, aka me, and like everybody. Like I said, I use my mom along with other resources. Jesus? Tiffany says she used Jesus. I mean, yeah, that's one of the Bible. It is a resource. I guess I have to go to Jesus. Danielle said the same thing, Tiffany. It starts with Lord. It does. I mean, it does. And though, I feel like there's so many like modern day things that are just not in the Bible. And so how do you navigate the things that are not explicitly in the Bible? Like, for example, dating is not really in the Bible. Dating's not in the Bible. It's you got married off to somebody. You didn't like date in like court really like that in the Bible. So how do you navigate dating? May said, it's really sad that this happened. I feel like a lot of women lost hope because of this and thinking that Derrick Jackson represents all, or at least the majority of men. I don't think so. I do think a lot of people lost hope, but I hope that they get it back. Because he definitely, I don't know what he represents, but I know that that's not what I want, and I believe that I will get what I want. Preppy Faye. LOL, I love how I came here looking at here in the Bible is the first thing that came in. We love to see it. Yes. Y'all, it still amazes me how good my hair feels. Anyways, anyone get there? True dating is not biblical, aka it's not in the Bible. Yeah. When you have a close relationship with God, he convicts me when I meet certain men. Interesting, yes. True, yeah, and someone said, Preppy Faye said, true dating is not biblical. It's not in the Bible. So then, do you date? Also, it's funny. I think the last live you mentioned doing a live wash day. Yeah, I did. And I was like, ooh, you really gonna do it? Yes, here I am. Here I am. But yeah, so since dating is not biblical, do you date? And if you date, then how do you figure out how to navigate that? God gave women intuition. He's only one to turn to when we don't use it. I agree. What I will say, who said that? Angelique, that's such a pretty name. What I will say is, I feel like a lot of women don't have guidance on that. Because I know for me, my intuition is a big part of dating now. I mean, huge part of my dating life now. The thing about that is that before I didn't trust my intuition. And that was the challenge for me. And so maybe I was dating prematurely because I hadn't developed that trust for my intuition and that self-worth for myself fully. But the reality is a lot of people are dating in that state. And they're looking for guidance and they're not knowing where to turn to for that guidance. And so we're getting hurt and jacked up and ended up in toxic relationships. But I agree with that intuition is extremely important. Intuition is extremely important. Oh my gosh. Oh, I heard about that book. Okay, hold up. Let me go back. Ooh, y'all is commenting on this. We need to have a whole live on this. The Lord convicts me when I meet certain men. I read that one. I'm grateful I had a lot of healthy male relationships growing up, and that has taught me. And that was taught, I guess, to me in the church, of the beauty of marriage and healthy relationships in general. Your intuition comes from the Lord. Yes. Intuition and discernment are important when dating. Yes. A great book to read is Boundaries in Dating by Dr. Henry Cloud and Dr. John Townsend. Let me screenshot that. Okay. I just wish I had more positive female role models growing up. To teach me how to be a good significant other. Nisbet said, am I the only non-religious person here? So to be transparent, I don't consider myself to be religious. I consider myself to be spiritual. But I know different people have different feelings on that. But I feel like Jesus didn't teach religion. He taught a way of life. And some people subscribe to religion and they don't know God. But Also, if you are not, I want to hear from non-religious viewpoints as well. So if there's something else, Nisbet, if there's another, again, because I want to know about resources in general that you use for dating. That's what I'm curious about, both religious and non-religious. Because I mean, Derrick Jaxn wasn't a religious resource, but I think all of us have seen his videos at one time or another. And now it's kind of like some people feel like they can't even, you know, his videos aren't even valid. So where do we go for dating advice or to learn about men? May said, same, I'm not religious. Danielle said, I have my parents' relationship as an example and can go to them for advice, but still it's hard navigating in today's society. Yeah. Facets of Faye. I think another big thing to know your single self and learn how to be happy and comfortable by yourself. Yep. So when your partner comes in the picture, you aren't depending on them to complete you. Absolutely. Yes, Nisbet, we do love you just the same. Oh, I love Shan Booty. She's so awesome. Shan Booty's book, The Game of Desire, is great. I'm sorry, that was so loud. If anyone's eardrums just busted, I apologize. I think a lot of his videos are still valid, but I won't keep supporting his content. I feel that. Y'all, I love Shan Booty. I haven't really watched Shannon Boudrom's any of her videos in a little while though, but she's awesome. But I may share my mom with y'all, essentially. I think that I want to have her join me in a like a podcast style situation where we also kind of do a YouTube video associated with it. Think like The Breakfast Club. And talk about dating. I think we might use like music or movies as a kind of segue into talking about dating and whether or not certain things are healthy or not, or what she and I would recommend in certain situations, things like that. I think it could be really cool. So stay tuned because I'm in the process of talking to her about that. Yeah, religious / spiritual or not being in a relationship with someone, more so loving someone, is not easy. Yeah. And also, I think it's not even just like it depends on how you define love, right? Because I think some people are so focused on the emotion of love that they don't understand the action word of love. And I feel like really the emotion of love is easy, but it only carries you so long and so far because emotions are fleeting and they come and go. And so I don't think you're always going to be in love with a person. You can fall back into love. I feel like you repeatedly fall in love with the person that you choose. But I think that even when you're not in love emotionally with someone, you still have to love them, the action word. And I think that's one way that we kind of have it jacked up. Like to truly, Preppy Face says, like to truly love someone takes work. I think it takes, well, I guess I'm reading this for people in the future that can't see it. Like to truly love someone takes work. I think it takes help from someone that is outside myself. Yes, I think it takes spiritual help. I need God for all my relationships, romantic or not. Very true. Even to keep up friendships. Yep. Yeah, I'm talking about love as an action in first. Yep. Love definitely evolves. I think it does because we evolve as people. We change and grow so much. We need the Lord for everything. I'm about to keep the shower on for this last portion. I'm sorry for anyone who's really water conscious. This is taking too long though. I'm usually in and out in an hour, because I usually do bigger sections for one, but not today. Not today, not one. So far, the main online resource we have is Shan Booty for dating. Any others? Unrelated, do you ever try? I haven't tried AG products recently. Ooh, this joint is hot. But I saw them, I think the other day in like Ulta or something, and they're on my list. They're on my list. So, woo! Y'all, I'm like a raisin in here. My hands are all shrivelly. I'm almost done. But yes, I've heard great things about AG. I want to say from stylists as well. Gotcha, same on my list, but been buying up. Oh yeah. I don't know about Tony Gaskins. Why does that sound familiar? Is a Christian relationship coach. We have the same curl type. What is your hair porosity? Medium to low, girl. I'm more on the lowish spectrum. I watched Halise too. She doesn't focus on dating, but listen to the podcast with her husband. Screenshot, and they speak back. Any advice on dating someone that family doesn't? Ooh, she said, any advice on dating someone that the family doesn't approve of? Okay, so my first question to Lumba is, and if y'all, anytime if I say your name wrong, please tell me, and I promise you I will correct it. I will do my best. First, I would like to know from you, like, how's your relationship with your family, and do you trust their judgment? Because for me personally, at this stage in my life, I'm not going to date someone that my family doesn't approve of. Oh, I did! Yay! Talupa! Okay. I'm not going to date someone that my family doesn't approve of. And the reason I say that, though, is because I trust their judgment. So I really trust my mom's judgment, and her intuition about people and about men and how relationships go. She's in a successful marriage now, a healthy marriage now, but she has been married before and it was not successful. And she and I have some of the same tendencies in relationships, which was fascinating, honestly. And so she kind of like gets it, and I trust that she gets it. And so if my mom doesn't approve, I ain't dating them. I'm just be real with you, and I will tell them straight up. I mean, I told someone that. I was like, if my mom doesn't approve, then I'm not dating you. There is no courting process because that's it. But again, that's because I trust her judgment. Now, if you don't trust your family's judgment for, whatever reason, or if, you just kind of like don't care, or I don't know, then that's a different scenario. So that's why I asked what the relationship with the family is, for you personally. And then I want to know, like, why they don't approve. Because I think that also matters. Because if they don't approve just because they're like, well, he's ugly or he don't have the proper career or whatever, then that's different than, like, I don't think that they're going to treat you well. Those are different concerns that I think would warrant different actions. Preppery said, yeah, true, because I feel like why they don't approve is more of what I'm curious about. Yeah. Usually when my family does not like someone, they're right. Same with mine. And I almost married someone that my family didn't like, so there was that. I wish my daughter felt that way, but she's young and needs to figure it out on her own. She will eventually. She will. Especially if she get her heart broken enough times. That heartbreak, okay? It'll teach you real quick. When you in pain, we don't. Human beings, we don't like pain, okay? Like, not normal, I'm not going to say not normal. Not most human beings. I'm not married. I have an ex-fiance. You can go back in the archives to check that out. But, I'm not married. I'm single. But, yes, Felicia, if she gets her heart broken enough times, I promise you, She'll start. She gonna start listening. She gonna turn to somewhere. And if y'all have a relationship and you continue to foster y'all's relationship, she gonna come to you. I can almost guarantee it. Claudia, no. That's the answer. No, they're not. Clay masks are not beneficial for our hair. I've talked to curly specialists about it, and they said, no, you're just putting dirt on your hair. They said it doesn't have the same effect on your hair as it does your skin. Someone said, right, or if they don't like him because he's outside the culture. Right, that's not really a great reason, but that what might be some, well, to me, it's not. No, Tiffany, my family did not like my fiance at all. And I didn't know. I knew some of them. It's a long story. I could tell it to y'all if you want. Let me know if you want to know. But the short answer is no, my family didn't like my fiance. So yeah, there's that. Do you live by yourself or with your significant other? I'm single. I don't have a significant other unless my fur baby Layla counts. She's very significant in my life. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. She's amazing. And she loves me too. At least I think. I guess she can't really tell me with words, but she shows me with her actions. And that's what I'm looking for, people. Actions, not just words, okay? Take note. Okay, Tulumba said, the main issues that I think would come up is him being less curious with religion and schooling. Oh, thanks for the input, everyone. I still have yet to find out what they think. If it's about religion and schooling, unless that's something that is like core to you and very important to you, in my experience, like, especially if y'all have like similar spiritual beliefs, but he just doesn't dive deep into them or whatever. It's not like he's an atheist and you're spiritually inclined. I don't think that that's going to be a big deal for actual happy marriage and for raising kids. Maybe they say it differently, so I would ask them about that. I don't see where that would be a problem. It's her. Felicia said, okay, it's her first real boyfriend. Yeah. She'll figure it out. That's just how it is. Like, my mom, she understood that I was kind of hard-headed, honestly. I'm a little stubborn. And sometimes I just learn the hard way. Not because I don't believe you, but because, like, I'm just like, I'm just going to experience it. I don't really, I hear what you're saying and I understand it on a mental level, but I haven't experienced it, so I don't really get it. And so, like, I believe you, but, like, I don't get it to my core. And so I'll still experience it for myself. And usually if she just kind of lets me and allows me to experience whatever it is that I'm choosing to experience in that moment, I will get out of whatever that experience is that wasn't healthy for me. I'll usually leave it a lot sooner. And then she's very gracious and like warm when I'm essentially coming to her and telling her that she was right. She's just there. It's a teachable moment. I never feel like bad about it. But she's always there. Even when I wasn't really allowing her to be there, she was just always there, always with love, always patient, always kind, always non-judgmental. And that helped to forge a very close relationship between she and I, because I know regardless of what I do, she's not going to judge me for it. She's going to tell me the truth. She's going to be honest about it, especially when I ask. She'll usually wait until I ask specifically for her advice. And like, I trust what she says wholeheartedly, because I know she's not just going to push her ideas on me. She's going to allow me to be my own person and allow me to grow and make mistakes. So she'll come around. Just be present. Okay, people are saying they want to hear the long version. So the long version is, let me re-wet this part of my hair, and then I'll tell y'all the long version. Okay, so the long version is, so when I first started dating this guy, right, I liked him a lot. He was really charming. He was really sweet. And to this day, I'll start off by saying he is a great guy overall. I think he's got a lot to learn. we're not suitable partners, and we both had a lot of growing to do, myself included, and it wasn't great. And if I will say though, if I was then who I am now, I would not have dated him for more than, honestly, it probably wouldn't have lasted for more than like 2 months. I can almost guarantee it. It really wouldn't have lasted for more than 2 months. Instead, it ended up lasting 2 years because I didn't know myself and I didn't know what I was looking for. And that's okay because that's part of life and it happens. But, well, I'll say, and with all that being said, because but negates everything you just said. I'm not negating anything. With that said, there were, I did have conversations with my mom early on and also with her husband early on, and they were telling me things that were essentially red flags. But our communication then was not as tight as our communication is now. So I wasn't interpreting what they were, like they were not super clear about them being red flags to me. They might have said like, oh, I think he needs to be doing this, or nah, that's a little weird. But I needed them to be like in your face, like, hey, this is a no. This is a red flag. You need to go. And so we weren't tight on our communication in that way. So my mom had told me things and I just thought that they were things to like look out for. And her husband had told me things and I just thought that they were things to like look out for and pay attention to. And so they thought that I can't speak to my mom's husband, but my mom thought that I just wasn't listening, because also what I do when I'm explaining or when we're having these conversations, when we're having these conversations, I want to make sure that I'm not painting someone to be the bad guy. So when she's telling me something, I'm also like explaining and kind of standing up for them, not because I'm trying to make excuses for them, but more so because I was coming from a very insecure place and I didn't want it to seem like I was making that other person seem like the bad guy. So I would try to, you know, like give this perspective and this and like, yes, this also happened. For context, this also happened. And so she thought that it was me not wanting to listen to what she was saying and not wanting to heed her counsel. And I thought she was telling me that these were just things to look out for and not red flags. And so that was happening, I mean, really for the entirety of the relationship until she and I finally got on the same page. And then also before, when I had like announced or whatever, when we were about to get married, like when because we had a date set for the wedding. So when I was sending out the wedding announcements, my little sister reached out to me and she said, like, Dasha, are you sure that you want to get married to this guy? And I thought that was really alarming because, you know, as much as I love my little sister, as close as we are, she's never said anything to me like that before, at all. She's never said anything remotely close to that. And so I was like shocked. She doesn't usually chime in on things like that. And my sister is just so like nonchalant and so chill. She just doesn't say a whole lot. She lets you go about your business and she goes about her business and she loves you, and that's just kind of it. And so when she sent me that message, that's the first time I was kind of like, So that's the first time that I heard from anyone outside of like my mom that they like didn't really care for him. But then as I started getting a little bit more insecure and wondering like whether or not I needed to be marrying him, I started, you know, asking more family about it. And I found out that nobody in my family liked him. Like not one person, not my ex-stepdad's wife, not my brother, not my sister, not my granny, not my mom, not my mom's husband, like not one person. They didn't want to tell me that. They were afraid to tell me that, but not one person liked him. And I didn't know that all of them didn't like him. I did not know. So I didn't really find out until right before I was about to leave. So no, my family didn't like him, but I also didn't know that they didn't like him. And what was really what really stood out to me was that all of their reasons for not liking them were from their own personal experiences with him. Not from anything that I had said, not from even anything that he had done to me that they hadn't seen. But they each met him at different times in their own settings and had their own interactions with him. And based off of the reading that they got from him and what they each observed of him on their own time, they did not. None of them liked him. And I can say that, my family has been through a lot in general. And there are times, we really don't agree on much. I'm going to be honest with you. But one thing that everybody agreed on was how they felt about him. And the first time that we all got together, since my college graduation was when everyone came to help me move out. So that was interesting. That's the story. So yeah, they got to see him in person outside of my presence. Yeah. Well, I won't say outside of my presence. I was there, but like they had their own conversations and things with him. If that makes sense. So that's not why, but that's how I knew that my family didn't like him. I didn't know initially that my family didn't like him, but I found out after a while that my family didn't like him. So I know I've been getting questions and things. I'm going to go and answer those really quick. But then I'm going to hop off of here because I'm about to have to get under the dryer. Washing the result. I would love to see how it turns out. I can. Okay, let me go through and see what's been being said. About the guy who helped him. Oh, okay. So Preppy Faye, the person who helped me with my old 1 hour wash day video was my significant other. But that was an old video, which I said in the description box underneath, and I've also said some stuff about it in other videos, but yes. Okay, let me see. The main issue, okay, I already read that one. Makes sense. I hope you don't mind me asking, but how old are you? I'm 27. I turned 27 in January. I'm an Aquarius. I feel like that could cause friction. I think y'all are talking about the religious thing. It didn't seem like they had different religious beliefs. She just said he wasn't like as learned, like as studied in religion. That's how I took it, but I don't know. I'll scroll and see. Like, what if you want to raise kids one way and he not? Tulumba, any advice on hair care for swimmers, specifically with chlorine? Wash your hair after. I used to, and I haven't looked into this in a while, so with my current hair practices, I'll have to like check that out again. But what I used to do is before I got into the pool, I would put conditioner in my hair, like water and conditioner in my hair so that my hair would soak up the water and conditioner as opposed to like the chlorinated water, so that my hair was already saturated before I got in the water. Ultimately, though, I think that I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. That's actually a great video idea. Let me screenshot this. Hello, swim cap, if you can have it, and then just you're gonna need to wash your hair afterwards. I would get a good moisturizing shampoo so that you're not drying your hair out. Tulumba swim caps made for afro hair, and always wash out the chlorine. Don't let it sit. Yep, it's damaging for our hair. Yep. Also look at y'all. Also get your hair wet before you go swimming so your hair does not absorb the chlorinated water. Yes. That's not good. That's really not good. Yeah, it wasn't good. Wow, that's telling. Very telling. They got to see him in a real person. Can you post a picture? Yes, Alex, I can post a picture of my results. Where do you want me to post them? On Instagram? Do you follow me on Instagram? Because I don't know if I am able to post things like pictures on YouTube yet. I don't think I have enough subscribers to do it yet. Fun talking to you. Let's do it again. Okay, yay! It was fun talking to y'all too. We will do it again, Tiffany. Have you heard of the PMP method? I haven't heard of the PMP method. I have heard of the LOC method and the LCO method. Okay, cool, Alex. I'll post it on Instagram. Have you heard of the, I have heard of the LOC and LCO. I don't recommend those. There's some videos on my channel about why I don't recommend those, specifically because of the oils, I'll say, is why I don't recommend those, because I don't recommend raw oils. I mean, yeah, leave that PMP alone. What's PMP? I'm gonna have to look that up, because I don't know. I've not heard of PMP before. Bye, Trina. I can't run further to Greenville. I'm gonna look up PMP and I might make a video on PMP because this looks like it might be juicy. I'm so late. What's going on? Misha, we're about to hop off. Oh, you missed all the fun. Gotta turn the bell. Y'all turn your bell notifications on because I get randomly inspired to, yeah, this cosmetic chemist on YouTube. Oh. Penetrate, moisturize, and something else. Huh. Misha, turn your bell notifications on so you can see in the future. Cause I go live on a whim. I'm not the kind of person to schedule stuff all the time. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And as much as I would like to tell you that I will schedule a future live, I would be lying because sometimes I might not schedule it. I might just hop on. Are you ever gonna do? Oh yes, I'm gonna do a giveaway. When should maybe I'll do a giveaway at 5,000. Y'all, I'll do a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. Trina, that's a great question. What would you like to get? What do you think would be great to give away in the giveaway? Would you like, products, or would you want like a gift card so you can get your own products? Would you like a session for like me to help you build your own hair routine? What would you like? What would be a good giveaway? Products? Okay, Trina said products. So at 5,000, I'm gonna give away some products, some good products. I'm gonna give away maybe a set of Previes that I always like money, a gift card. Okay, so maybe I'll do 2. Okay, I hear more for products. So it looks like the winner's gonna be products. Maybe Preppy Faye, maybe for 10,000 I'll give away some money. I meant curly chemistry. So at 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm gonna give away products. I think I'll give away some wash day products. So like you can have maybe everything that you need in your wash day process. I think that would be a cool giveaway. Anyways, this has been so much fun with y'all today. Thank you for hopping on here with me. Gift card to Dollar Tree. How would the winner get it though? I would mail it to them. Either that or, I would mail it to them. If they're in another country. I'm sure I can mail to other countries. I've never done it, but I know it's possible. So if they're in another country, I don't mind mailing it to another country. Leave Dollar Tree alone. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you for making this wash day so much fun. Literally, this is amazing. I don't know. I might do this like at least once a month, honestly. A one-on-one Zoom with you to help with our hair. I think that would be a great giveaway too. I'm gonna think about it. Maybe I'll do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll somewhere and see what people would like to get. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I love y'all so much. This is so cool. And I love like seeing like some of the same names pop up and things. Hey Maya. I love seeing like some of the same people because like really y'all literally are my YouTube sisters. So I'm excited to continue going and learning with y'all. We got to talk about hair and relationships and life. And y'all are getting all the tea on my life at this point. But I love y'all. Have an amazing night and I will see you later.